to sign up or to be what do you call this? Guarantor and blah blah blah. No man is asked for the wife to come forward to guarantee, isn't it? For many years, we want to go abroad and have our children on the passport. Your husband must certify, and must sign the form and so on. And I used to make a hoo-ha out of it. Oh, my husband is overseas. I'm going to join him. How can he sign this form? Why? Why this discrimination? Why is it that we are treated as appendices? And it's not eradicated. I'm telling you, it's not eradicated. There's still a lot of groaning and moaning amongst women in the private sector because of the discrimination. So I would like to say that our objective is to make sure this Malaysian mindset permeates all across. Of course, in the political arena, that's basic, because from then exudes all the policies and programs that people see. But other areas, the larger society, it has also to have people feel like that. And here, when we talk about moving forward, I'm sure it will take some time before we can really erase the race, religion, gender divides in our society. I'm not saying this in a very pessimistic way, but being very realistic, because it takes time for a whole generation to quietly disappear. You know what I mean? To die off lah. My generation, you might see me God willing around making a noise, for quite a while outside. Okay? So, for example, if we were to look at America today, I was shocked. I thought America is a bastion of democracy and equality and what have you, blah, blah, blah. And today, what do they say when they analyze the primaries? Oh, Clinton got the votes of the male, young, professional, white. Right? Now they dissect the white. You old, retired white and male, young white. Male unemployed, male professional, male blue collar. Thank God we don't do those things. And then the women, then Obama got young, black, housewives. I mean, not are they talking about black and white, but they're talking about what kind of white and what kind of black. That, to me, is regression. Heaven forbid in Malaysia it happens like that. Heaven forbid. Now we're talking about the voters, young voters, old voters. That's what I've been looking at, right? Heaven forbid to say young, unemployed Malays. Young, unemployed women, Indian women, oh my God, or Malay women, that will be trouble. So for us, let's avoid all that, decimating our society into this little compartment. We already have enough problem with so many races and what do you call this, groups. I think Sarawak ada 35 ke berapa? Yeah, that's good. We may not realize it. So when we talk Malay, Indian, Chinese, that's Semenanjung, In Sabah, Sarawak, don't forget, they have Iban, and then you don't talk just they talk about orang dusun, so many sub and that is you have to be eroded later on. If they still continue to be compartmentalized like that, then we have problems. Where is our representation? We are a small group, so this is something that is we shouldn't allow in Malaysia. We should begin to say, okay, never mind, we're all Malaysians, and let's look at it from that angle. But if we start our allowances to become compartmentalized as we go on, then the way forward is going to be a bit messy. So, ladies and gentlemen, we must continue to chisel away at any sign of chauvinism or anti-parochialism. That is a must. The moment you see any chauvinism, please try and break it up. And then if you see any sign of polarization, we must start to stop it from early days. If polarization in school, you have to stop it. Polarization institutes higher learning, we have to stop it. Otherwise, the next generation will repeat the mistakes of the past decades. It'll be like a vicious circle, the wheel turning back. So we can't afford that in Malaysia. We can't afford that at all. So we are now looking at a place where, at a time when we're coming, not at crossroads, we're coming to a point where we need to reevaluate this Malaysian mindset. And if all of us chip in at the very root of society in our homes, this is very important. Sometimes people talk at that high level, forget about the home. To me, everything starts from the home. Everything starts from the home. You may be the high level politician, but if you're at home, you don't nurture the spirit of Malaysia, at your home, it's going to be terrible. You know, it's like you talk something else and you do something else. So everybody must start at the home so that your children, your grandchildren will eventually understand this concept of Malaysia that we are trying to build today. Otherwise, no point. We'll be having discussions like this endlessly. It doesn't matter, you know, who is in power, who is in charge. We'll still be talking about it 30 years down the line. Because that 2-year-old now was not nurtured. You know, we forget to nurture. We just talk only outside. So begin in the house. And that way, to me, is one very important way to move forward in this multiracial society of ours. And we hope that when you do have a future generation being free of these encumbrances of excess baggage of the previous generation, we will have a better Malaysian scenario, whether political, social, economic, for the future. But for us, we have already strong foundations, and that to me is something that we must always remember, to build on it rather than break up the foundation. And if we want to build on it, then we have to be united doing it together. It may not, for example, like me, I'm not less of a Malay fighting for the other races. I always believe in that. I'm not less of a Muslim if I were to fight for the other people of other religions. You know, it doesn't make me less of a Muslim, let's say as a member of parliament, if I give allocations to improve a quail or a temple and so on. No, it's not at all. And it doesn't make me less of a Muslim if I were to go to the temple. I used to go to the Batu Caves temple when I was Layang MP. Every year I walk up the steps, mind you. It's very good exercise for me, but it's not exactly fun. But I had to go as MP. And I didn't see anything wrong with the fellow the priest cutting the coconut and so on. I don't quite understand the rituals, but that's okay. Doesn't make me a Hindu, right? I see the mindset of the old. I remember my grandmother, don't you go to English school. You will be a Christian. So, people who are still living with that kind of attitude will never subscribe to this. How can you go to a temple? You know you're Muslim. Yeah, you go to Europe, you go to this cathedral, that cathedral as part of the tour, tak apa. Yeah, correct. You are not going there to pray. These are historical sites, you see. So, this is something that, as I've said, you see the kind of mindset still permeates now, still around, because some people are still there, they're still there. And so, for us, the older generation, we have to begin to readjust to the young, and the young, please understand why some of us are doing what we're doing. It's not because we don't understand you, it's because we are carrying some excess baggage from our era. No, seriously. And you will be carrying excess baggage of your era when you have children and grandchildren of your own. Believe you me. Unless that baggage is actually a Malaysian baggage, then kita selamat lah. Yeah? So that is all I want to say for a start, because I told kat suku that I prefer to have a dialogue session, because I really cannot cover everything. It's better to have questions and then expand on things that you would like to bring up, or what I have mentioned that you want explanation on. Okay? So terima kasih banyak. Thank you.